Hello everyone and welcome to another Minecraft video. I hope everyone is doing well, as today we're going to be transforming a hillside house which I built 7 years ago in 2013. I found this world recently and thought it would be a great project to rebuild it and test the skills that I've learned in the last 7 years. As you can see, this house is as basic as it comes, and nothing says Minecraft need more than a standard oak plank box. So without further ado, let's get started on transforming this plain old box into a wonderful hillside survival home to be proud of. So the first job is to get rid of all these large trees so we can actually see what we're doing. Then once that's all clear, we can start doing a bit of landscaping, smoothing out the immediate area with World Edit, giving us a bit of a better canvas to work on. Now, if you haven't already noticed, I obviously liked having a lot of dogs around 7 years ago, and to be honest, I still love dogs just as much now. So we're going to be moving these guys out of the way for the time being, and we can build them their own little nice area later on in the video. So moving on to the house itself, we're going to keep the original house as the base structure while adding some log supports in the corners, adding a cobble chimney breast and getting rid of that ugly flat roof and replacing it with a lovely tall dark oak roof. I wanted to go for a modern alpine house style, which was also quite simple to build and achievable in survival quite early on. We're then going to add some beautiful large windows in the front of the house to let all that bright sunlight in on a morning. I began building a lovely wooden terrace which I was going to build a room underneath, but then I decided to keep it open and have an outside walkway underneath instead, which will eventually lead to another area of the house. We'll decide what that is later on in the video. I then added a fence all the way around the terrace and continued it all the way around the side of the house, and then I hollowed out the hillside to make way for a lower floor underneath the original house, which has now become the upper floor. I then filled in the lower walls with stone bricks and textured it up a bit with some cobble, and then added a pathway and a small wall to stop people tumbling down that steep hill. We're then going to form a little outcrop made of dirt and surround it with stone bricks. This will eventually be an area for a small farm so that we can grow some wheat and carrots and beetroot and all that good stuff. We're then going to be taking a chunk out of the hillside, ready for an extension of the house, where we can continue those oak plank walls, dark oak roof, add a double door and another lovely large window using that white stained glass again. I'm not sure on the choice of the door at the moment, but we can always change that later on. We can then finish off the cobblestone path and move on to our farm. Keeping it simple, we'll add two small streams with a path in the middle and then plant our crops either side with a little wooden bridge leading to each section. Lovely. Next, we need to build a stairway up the side of the hill to the entrance of our house. We've gone for a quite grand looking stone stairway using cobble and stone bricks, snaking its way up the hillside, leading to our cobblestone path. We can now add some details onto the roof of the house by constructing some dormer windows. It took me a little while to come up with a design that I liked, but once I'd played around with some ideas, I repeated the design on both sides of the main large roof. I added some smoke to our chimney, and then it was time to create a little area out back for our furry friends, the wolf pack. I'm just going to form a cosy little shelter inside the hillside for them, and then decorate a nice garden for them to chill around in, with a pond and a tree, somewhere for them to relax around, and somewhere that also looks good. I'm also going to repeat the large windows from the front and the rear end of the house. To make the house look even better, I'm going to add some decorative details like some bushes, pot plants, flowers and lanterns. I even decided to add a large pond at the bottom of the front wall with a couple of water features flowing into it. Adding these little details can really be the difference between a boring old plain house and an interesting one which looks like it's been built by a pro. Now for the all-important interior. First, we're going to add a grand fireplace at the base of our chimney breast. Then we can add a small staircase with some shelving and storage underneath. Upstairs, we can add a banister and a lovely soft double bed finished off with some trapdoors and some side cabinets. Then back downstairs, we move into the kitchen, where we can add a stove, a sink, cupboards and a nice black and white checkered floor. Then finally, we're going to add some more storage with a shelving unit made up of stairs, trapdoors and wooden signs. Now, our furry friends have been waiting some time for their new home, so I think it's time to show them their new garden. Now, I don't know about you, but it looks like they absolutely love it. Let's just hope they don't start digging up all of our hard work and making a mess of our garden. After adding a few extra details, like another dormer window on the smaller roof and a little mine entrance at the bottom of the staircase, I think our transformation is complete. There we have it guys, I'm absolutely over the moon as to how this has turned out and I hope you enjoyed watching me build it. I think the alpine style has really shone through and I hope it's inspired you not just to build wooden boxes in your survival adventures as well. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up down below, and if you want to see more, press that subscribe button. It really helps me and inspires me to continue making these videos, and your support has been amazing so far. So let me know down below what else you'd like to see me build, and I'll see you in the next one. Tatty bye.